Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you one chapter from your literature book, Weathering the Storm in Ersama. Weathering the Storm in Ersama was written by Harsh Man. Okay, it is the story of a boy whose name was Prashant. Okay, Prashant was a very young boy, and one day he had gone to meet with one of his friends in the district headquarters of Ersama. Okay, on 27th October 99. Okay, so when he visited his friend's house at the evening, the sky become dark, full of clouds. Everything becomes black. No one see anything, and in the few hours, the wind started blowing heavily. So the people didn't understand what happened. Now the rain also started, and the whole town, whole village was full of water. Now they understand they have the cyclone had came to their area. Okay, now the city was covered by the cyclone. Everything was started destroying, even the trees, animals, houses, everything. Okay, one by one he saw that the trees uprooted, big trees, the animals also floated in the water, and now their life becomes very dirty. So now what they have to do? The water is raging up. So he was at his friend house. Now what they will do, because the water fills their house in the ground floor, so they reached on the top of the house. Okay, on the roof, they sheltered on the roof, and they all were getting wet into the rain. Okay, because the room were filled with the waters, and the dead bodies of the animals also went inside the room. Now they have no food, no clothes, nothing to eat, nothing to drink. So what they will do? Their life becomes very miserable. So on that time, two big coconut trees fall upon their houses. Okay, when the coconut trees fall upon their houses, on that time they started drinking the coconut water, and they saved their life. Now the Prashant was very sad, because he was thinking about his family, where his family was, how they were living. So now he was only thinking about his family, if anyone will alive or not. So he wants to go there, but he can't do. After 3 days, when the rain becomes slow, everything becomes little bit normal, and the whole area is filled up with water. He saw that the dead bodies of animals and man, children, women, all were floating from one place to another. So he decided to go to his house. So, but his friends, parents told, no person, didn't go, no, because it is very bad condition, you can't go, so you wait 2-3 more days here. Then he told, no, I have to go. Then he take a very long stick, and he started going to his village. So when he started going to his village with the help of the stick, sometimes he has to swim, sometimes the water up to his neck, sometimes above the neck. And when he reached nearby the village, he saw that two of the friends of his uncle's friends, then they all met together, and they all passing on the way. They have to pull the dead bodies of animals, children, man, woman, everybody, and they start continuing their journey. When he reached his village, he saw that nothing was there. All the houses were swept away. Nothing was present there. Then he became very sad. He saw that only few clothes of his houses were hung on the trees, and there was no sign of the houses. Only few pakka houses were left, otherwise all the houses were swept away. So he started crying, but no, he knew that all the persons were gathered in the Red Cross Society in a field that was managed by Red Cross Society. So he reached there. First he saw his grandmother. When he saw his maternal grandmother, he started crying, weeping, and he saw that his grandmother becomes lean and thin, very weak, because she didn't she doesn't got the food. So that's why he reached there, and when he knew, the news spread everywhere that Prashant was alive, Prashant was alive, Prashant had came. So all the person family members came to him. Now he saw that my family member, all of them were present there. So now he became very happy, and now he saw the condition of the people. He saw that the condition of the people were very disgusting, because everywhere the dirt are present, and he knew that if we didn't clean the area, the persons will suffer from the diseases. So he make a group of the people and start cleaning the area, and thereafter now he has to manage the food, because no one had eaten the food for 3 days. So he went to the traders and told them to give the rice. Then traders told, okay, now you can take the rice. They have taken the rotten bags of rice and they put it into the boiled water, and after 3-4 days they have eat grains. Okay, and they all were happy. On that time the helicopter was passing by, so and passed away. Now Prashant told the children, you all slept on the sand and take a plate on your belly. Put that on your belly. When the helicopter saw, he understand that they all were hungry. Then they put it on their belly, and when the helicopter passing by there, they drop the food packets. Now they understand. Now Prashant told everybody that we all have to manage, we all have to work together, and he told, now the Red Cross Society and the other NGO come to their villages, and they told that we make separate arrangement for the widows and separate arrangement for the orphan children. Okay, but Prashant told no. The widows and the orphan both live together, because the widows also alone and the children also alone, and if they live together, they love each other and they understand the family feelings. Okay, so that's why we arrange them to live together. He arranged lots of sports there, cricket, everything, to enjoy the children, to no one feel alone. In this way, Prashant helped everybody in that crucial situation at the time of cyclone in the 1999. Thank you and have a nice day. All of you go through the chapters, read each line carefully, okay, and try to understand the chapter. And if you have any problem, you can send me the messages. Thank you.